Hello class, today we're going to work on subtracting integers. There's a way to use the number line. I am not going to show you that unless you really want, because I think the counters are a little easier. Okay, so we're going to use positive red and negative blue just like we did yesterday. So if I go ahead here, I'm going to draw 10 because it's 10 minus 6, so I need 10 red. Okay, then if I look and see what it says, it's a minus sign, so it means I'm going to take away. And in this case, it's just a regular 6, so positive 6. Okay? If I look at my problem, I actually have enough so that I can just cross those out now. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I look at what I have left over. I have left 4 red, which means I have 4 positives left. Okay? Take a look at the next one. Negative 5 minus 7. Well, this is a negative, so I'm going to start off with 5 blue. Okay, and then I'm going to write my little note. I am going to take away positive 7 because there's no negative sign on it. The only problem is I don't see any positives here, so I'm going to have to put in what's called a zero pair. If you look up top in the right-hand corner, a zero pair has 1 positive and 1 negative, okay? And it is equal to 0, okay? If I need to add any counters, to my box, I have to put them in with 0 pairs. So I need a total of 7 positives. So let's go ahead and draw my 7 positives. Okay? If I add positives, I have to also include a negative with it. I have to complete the pair when I add in my own stuff. Okay? They have to come as a pair. Okay? Then I'm ready to go ahead and take away my positive 7, take away my 7 reds, and then I'm going to look and see what I have left. I have 7 blue here, 5 blue here, so I have a total of 12. Because they are all blue, it is going to be a negative 12. Okay? I'm looking here, I'm just going to do a couple examples. It would be a great idea to try 4. Okay? Pause the video. I'm going to go ahead and do them though. For number 2, I start with a negative 3, so I'm going to need 3 blue. Okay? And then I read the minus as take away. And it's a negative 4 this time. Problem is, I don't have enough negatives. Because if I go over here, I go 1, 2, 3. Well, I don't have enough. So I have to add in a 0 pair. I know I need 1 more negative, so I have to include its pair. Then I can cross it off, and I'm left with 1 positive. Okay? We're going to go ahead and take a look at 4. First thing I notice is 6 minus negative 3 is that this is positive. So 1, 2, okay? And it's subtraction, so I'm going to take away negative 3. The only problem is I don't see any blue up there for me to take. So I know I need 3 blue, so I can have 3 negative. But they have to come with their pair. Okay, then I'm ready to go. I can go ahead and cross off my 3 negative, and then I can count what I have left. 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9. They're all red, so they're just going to be positive. Okay? So this part is this is the beginning part of if we're not going to get to draw or not going to model. okay? So on your homework, it'll ask you for equivalent expressions, and this is what they're talking about. They're going to want you to keep, change, change. Now this is something, keep, change, change is something you're going to want to write kind of big on a piece of paper so that you remember that when we're subtracting integers, we're going to keep, change, change. Okay? So let's see what that means to us. Okay? Over here, what it means is that I'm going to keep the -4. I'm going to change it, change the minus sign to a plus. I'm going to opposite it basically. And I'm going to change the -3 to its opposite of a 3. Okay? So let's take a look at what that looks like from our practice ones. Okay? I would pause the video, see if you can do them. If you're having trouble, go ahead and stick with me for a little bit. Okay? If I'm looking at number 1, I'm going to keep the 5. I'm going to change the subtraction to addition, which will happen every time because this is the rule for subtraction. Now I'm going to change the 8 to a -8. Okay? Number 2, I keep the first one, so I keep that -5. I have to change this sign. And because this is a -3, it changes to a +3. Okay? Same thing down here. -4, because I'm keeping. I, of course, am changing to a plus sign. And then I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to change this one to a -5. Okay? We already changed this sign. So it's kind of like this is a 5 all by itself. It doesn't have any sign on it. Okay? Same thing with like this 4. It doesn't have a negative on it. That's why we're going to change it. So this one, we keep the 1, we change, and we know this is a +4, so now it'll become a -4. Okay? If you're having any trouble with the counter method or the keep, change, change, writing equivalent expressions, please send me an email and have a great day.